Okay, it is 5:30, and I don't want to be starting too late because we just have an hour, and a lot of times yoga goes a little longer. If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me? Okay, all right, all right. My name is Julie, and I teach the Saturday morning class. And when we get back, I hope you'll join me there. We are going to do about an hour. We're going to start with some pranayama, some breath practice. We'll do some gentle postures to just get us moving again. And I feel a little rusty. And then we'll move into a vinyasa flow. Yoga should never hurt. It should always, thank you for your thumbs up. It should always feel, sometimes it's uncomfortable, it should never hurt, okay? So always feel free to back it off, especially since I can't see you, can't see your faces always for, like, oh, that's not good for folks. And for those of you who've done a lot of yoga, remember you can always do some additional, yoga just keeps going and going and going. So if you want some binds or some other things like that, you are welcome to do that. So again, my name's Julie. I'm so happy that you joined me tonight for this. So if you feel comfortable, it is totally up to you. Eyes closed or open. You can close them if you feel comfortable. Hands can be up or down. This is the mudra seeking enlightenment. I usually have mine down just because I like to be a little more grounded is what I'm looking for. And we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Taking a deep breath in through our nose, and then we're going to let it out with an exhale. And let's do that one more time. Inhaling and exhaling. And now closing the lips, we'll inhale and exhale through the nose, just watching the breath go round and round and round. And now that you have brought your attention to your breath, just observe, no control, that moment when the inhale becomes an exhale and the exhale becomes an inhale. On your next inhale, hold the breath 3/4 of the way full, so you feel the lungs filling, and just sit in stillness and in fullness. If you've not already, inhale fully and then exhale. One more breath here, and then on your next exhale, hold the breath out. Empty lungs, sitting in stillness and emptiness. Harder for us. Something we might have been exploring over the last couple of months. What it is to be still and empty. If you've not already, inhale fully and exhale, and just notice the cadence of the breath. And then in addition to noticing the cadence of the breath, notice your mind. Let it settle down. As we begin to introduce movement into our practice, you can keep the eyes closed or you can open them up really and truly as feels best for you. As we inhale, we'll roll the shoulders up, and as we exhale, opening our heart, our wise heart, it knows, and then again, inhaling, rolling the shoulders up, and exhaling, rolling the shoulders back and down. One more time this way. And as you're ready, reversing, inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, dropping down. Notice if there's any tension in your neck and your shoulders without demanding. Perhaps it's time to let that tension release. Let's meet up with the shoulder blades back and down, our heart open, even maybe a little vulnerable. As we inhale, lengthening the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhaling, dropping the ear over to one shoulder. Inhaling, coming back center. Exhaling, dropping to the other shoulder. Continuing to flow with your breath. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, dropping it down. And just flow with your breath. If there's a place that feels good that you want to stay, feel free to do so. Once you even yourself up, we're going to meet back in the center. There's no hurry. There's nowhere to be except for right here at this moment. As we inhale, let's circle sweep our arms over our heads, lengthening towards the ceiling, drawing the palms together. Maybe you notice a little energy coming there. And as we exhale, drawing the hands into your heart center. Classic yoga mudra of compassion. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, drawing that compassion, that energy, that life right into your heart. Flow on your own breath, inhaling up and exhaling, releasing down. One more each way. As you're ready, we're going to meet up with our hands in our heart center and just take a breath there, taking a moment to set our intention for our practice this afternoon. As you're ready, dropping your hands back down, we're going to take both feet up in front of us. And we'll just take the knees out, bent in front of us, hands, maybe one hand length behind, windshield wiper. Feet are hip width apart. As we exhale, drop the knees to one side. And as we inhale, coming back center. And then to the other side. And just continue inhaling, coming back center. And exhale, dropping. There's no rush, but notice if there's any crunchiness in the hip, maybe any little stiffness there. Later on, we may decide to be a little more gentle or do a little bit more movement in that. The next time you're back center, let's meet up in staff pose with both feet out in front of us and just notice how our lower back feels. Inhaling, lengthening, and let's go ahead and draw both feet in crisscrossed, all right? Easy posture. As we exhale, we'll go to one side. There's our first twist. Oh, it feels really good. And inhaling, coming back center. And to the other side with your exhale. Use your breath to move through. Maybe getting a little deeper each time, maybe not. What I'd like for you to do though is think about, almost as if you were wringing out a wet towel in your lower back. Just keep on enjoying that movement. Letting all the tension, if you're somebody who carries it in your lower back, let it go ahead and be wrung out. One more each way, and then we'll meet back up in the center. All right, take your right foot out in front of you, your left foot up at your calf or your thigh. Inhaling, circle sweeping the arms up, lengthening the spine, opening the heart. Exhale, hinging forward. Forward fold, one-legged forward fold, Jana Shirashana. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, moving into that. Let's hang out there. Let's go ahead and hold that forward fold. And as you come there, notice if your spine is starting to curve a little bit and see if you can lengthen it, tucking the chin just slightly, holding the heart open, and we'll stay here for a few more breaths. Inhaling long, exhaling longer still. Inhaling, circle sweeping the arms up. Up we go. Oh, that feels great. Let's go to the other side then, friends. We'll bring the other foot now. No expectations. Remember, we are practicing with that compassionate heart, and they're going to be different. Inhaling, up we go. Exhaling, hinging at the hips. Inhaling, up we go. So the hamstring can talk to us, but we don't want it screaming at us. So again, lengthening, asking for your personal best, but not demanding. We're going to stay down the next time and just release into this, hinging down, enjoying this movement. Maybe you can walk the hands out. Maybe you're reaching beyond the feet. Maybe you just have a little bit of movement in the lower back. Chin is tucked and the shoulder blades are back and down. One more long, soothing, healing breath here. Inhaling, up we go. As you are ready, we're going to come down into child's pose. Your child's pose that feels most comfortable to you. Balasana, child's pose. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see me, so I might have to shift a little bit. But the knees are as wide as the mat, and you just sink back towards them. Yeah. Move back just a little bit. Hopefully you can see me a little bit better. So the next little series that we do, the little flow, is called a flying cow. And from your child's pose, you're going to inhale and pull up strongly on the low bottom, the pelvic floor, all the way up, placing your hands in your lower back, opening the heart into a beautiful back bend, almost as if we were going to do a camel. And then as you exhale, we're going to come down, perhaps, really perhaps, touching the forehead, your center of intuition right down into the floor. And then inhaling, coming up. And exhaling, hinging down. Please continue. I'm going to make sure that you can see me. So I want you to continue breathing, inhaling up and exhaling down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, as we get longer, we feel the spine getting longer and longer, releasing. The the next time you are down in child's pose, we're going to meet up there. We're going to meet up in child's pose. And as we inhale, we'll come up onto our hands and knees in tabletop. And then exhale, sink back down into child's pose. Fine to stay here. This flow is simple and it just gets a little bit of movement. Inhaling tabletop and exhaling child's pose. If you would like, we can inhale and sweep the chest forward into our cat, and on our way back down to child's pose, exhaling through our cat. So cat and cow can be added if you like that. One more each way, and we're going to meet back up in tabletop, coming up onto all fours, finding a comfortable spot, extending the right leg behind us. Extend the right leg behind you, almost like you're going to kick the wall behind us. In this room, I might actually kick the wall behind us. And the left arm comes up. Left arm comes up, shoulder blades back and down. As we exhale, drawing the elbow and the knee together in that variation on spinal balance. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, drawing them together, flowing with your breath. Did kick the wall. Exhaling, drawing together. Inhaling, lengthening really long. So it's like I could set a table on your back. Let's meet up with the right leg extended and the left arm out. Looking down, a little bit of a balance challenge, opening the left arm out to the left, the right leg out to the right. So you're almost like making an X. Dropping that foot down onto the floor. Inhaling into that variation on gait. It is absolutely fine to use this later. If we would do a side facing plank, you could always come here. Lengthening, leaning towards the leg and gait. We'll stay there. Inhaling, coming back, arms wide. We'll drop the left hand down, take the right hand up, and perhaps, really perhaps, you lift up the right leg. Maybe not, maybe it stays down. Helicoptering the hands back to the floor. We'll meet up in child's pose and take a breath or two there. Finding the pelvic floor, finding the abdominal wall. Inhale, coming up to your tabletop or into your cow, and then exhale, flowing either into your child's pose or through cat. Just getting a little heat here, a little warmth, a little bigger movement. Let's meet back up in our tabletop. Pulling up strongly on the pelvic floor and the abdominal wall. Extend the left leg long behind you as if you were going to balance something on your bone. Okay, so it's nice and straight back. Perhaps the right arm creeps up. Perhaps it doesn't. As we exhale, we'll draw the knee and the elbow together. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, drawing together. One more breath here. Let's meet up in that spinal balance, extending long, growing an inch. Taking the left leg out to the side and the right arm out, making a little X in that balance, coming up as we inhale for that gate position. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, leaning towards the extended leg. So leaning towards your left leg if you're on that side. Inhale, coming back up. Lengthen the spine, dropping the arm down, extending the other arm up, and lift up the left leg. On the next exhale, let's helicopter the hands back to the mat. We'll go down into child's pose. As we inhale, we'll come to our tabletop. Here comes our first downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips, shift back into your hips, letting the heels come towards the floor. Take the weight out of the shoulders, open your heart. Let's pedal the feet. Dropping one heel and then the other. One more breath here, one more breath. Inhaling, dropping the knees down. Exhaling, sinking back into child's pose. Now, if you like that and you want to spend some more time in that, you can. Otherwise, we'll use one breath with each movement. Again, what you feel like is good for you today is what you should be doing. When you're ready, if you want to join me, inhale, tabletop. Exhaling, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, tabletop. Exhaling, child's pose. On your own tempo, using those 3 breaths. Tabletop, down dog. Tabletop and child's pose. Flowing with your own breath, your own tempo. If there's a place that feels good, you're welcome to stay there. Let's meet up in child's pose on your next breath, coming down into child's pose. And as you're ready, you'll make your way into the front of your mat, the top of your mat, and we're gonna hang in forward fold. I'm gonna adjust my monitor up just a little bit, okay? So go ahead and stay there in forward fold. Sorry, guys. Now, remember that the lower back, okay, your lower back does not have a lot of bone. It's really a lot of musculature. The rib cage and then the hips. And there's some open space that we can move around, but we need to support it with our musculature. So pull up on the pelvic floor. Use your abdominal wall. Inhaling, circle sweeping the arms up. Exhale, drawing your hands into your heart center. Inhale, coming to Tadasana. Exhale, sink into your seated chair. Inhaling, coming up, perhaps going all the way to a standing back bend. Okay, Ustrasana. Exhale, sinking. Inhaling, lengthening. So that seated chair variation on Utkatasana, fierce pose. You can always use it instead of the little bit longer lever that we're going to have later with it. But it's always a fine option. Exhaling, sinking, inhaling, lengthening. One more time. Let's meet up in Tadasana, coming to our standing mountain. Coming to the top of your mat, and I hope you can see me. Here comes our first sun salutation. Surya Namaskar. This is our C series. Inhaling, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, hinging forward. So hinging forward. Beautiful. Place the palms on the floor. Step your right foot way back behind you. Step your right foot way back behind you. Just for the first one, dropping the right knee down to the floor. As we exhale, sink back into that half split, sinking back. And then coming forward. Maybe you want to keep your hands down the floor. Either way, whichever one feels best to you. Half split, and then a variation on crescent lunge. And just continue to flow with your breath. Inhaling, meeting back in the front with the front knee bent. Tuck your right foot under. Swing your left foot back to join it. Hips are low. This is your plank. Shift forward and then come all the way down to the floor. Knees, chest, chin, or forehead are all the way down the floor. You're going to lose me, all right? I'm coming back. Sliding through. Low cobra. Low cobra. Press back. Downward facing dog. Or tabletop. Let me scoot it back just a little bit. Hope you can see a little bit more of me. Look at the spot between your hands. Bring your right foot back between your hands. Bring your left foot back up to join it. Inhaling, arms circle, sweep up. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Step your left foot way back behind you. Left foot goes way back behind you. Drop the left knee down. Rocking back and forth and back and forth. One more breath. Bring your right knee forward. Tuck the left foot under. Palming the floor with your hands. Bring your right foot back to join the left. Hips are low. Please shift forward. Come all the way down to the floor. Arms right underneath you. Inhale, slide through, low cobra. Press back, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot comes up to join it. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down to your heart. Inhaling, Tadasana. Nicely done. Let's take a breath here. On our next inhale, lengthen the right side of the body. Up it goes. Exhale, leaning over, half moon. Inhaling, up and over the barrel. Just continue to flow with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hinging. One more each way. Coming back center, meeting up into Tadasana. Spread your toes. Put them down one at a time. See if you can put the pinky toe, then the fourth toe, then the middle toe, then the second toe, and the big toe down. Finding your foot. Inhaling. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, hinging forward. Hinging forward. Step your right foot way back behind you. Bring your left foot back to join it. Shift forward. Come down to the floor. Come all the way down to the floor. Slide through, low cobra. Press back. Down dog or tabletop. Always an option for tabletop. Please look at the spot between your hands. Bring your right foot 3/4 of the way to the hands. Turn your left foot perpendicular. Come up with strong arms and strong legs. Friends, that's your triangle. So right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to get them both. So don't worry if you only got one going. Inhaling. Reach out, reach out, reach out as far as you can. Let the hips slide. And there's a point, and it's bony. It's bony in that back hip, and everybody's hip's a little different. When it says there's just no more, at that time, you'll take the arm up and the right arm down. Left arm up, right arm down. Take the top arm right over your ear. Extended triangle. Utthita Trikonasa. So have fun with this. If you fall over, that's just all part of the fun. Take the right hand down to the floor. Take the right hand down to the floor. Twist that, look away from it. So lifting the opposite arm. Bring the hand that's on the floor, your right hand, or maybe it's your left, but it's my right. And it's gonna make the right leg lift up off the floor. Twisted triangle, twisted balancing triangle. Helicopter, both hands down to the floor. Step back to your down dog or through your flow of choice. I'm going to turn around so you can see the other side, all right? I'm going to turn around so you can see the other side. We're going to meet up in tabletop or down dog. Bring the left foot 3/4 the way to the hands. Turn your right foot perpendicular. Come up with strong arms, strong legs. There's your triangle. Settle the toes down on the floor one at a time. Feel the arch of the foot lift. Reach with the hand. Reach, 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 reach. Dropping the hand down. Taking the other arm up. Right arm up this time. Please take that arm right over your ear. Now notice, maybe the ears or the shoulders coming up to the ear. Tuck it back down. Let the heart beat just as long and open as you can. Take the top arm down to the floor and have fun with this because we do tend to fall out of it, so it's kind of a fun one. Take the top arm down, all right? Twist just away from me. Bring that foot, or hand that's on the floor about a foot and a half in front of you. It's gonna make the leg lift up, the right leg lift up. Maybe there's twist left, maybe there's not. And drop the hands down to the mat, please. Step back through your flow of choice. Maybe it's just a down dog. Maybe it's child's pose. Maybe it's something else. We're gonna go into a side facing play. Now I'm gonna tip the computer down, so I hope that you can see it. I hope so. All right, friends. So from down dog, we're gonna drop your right knee on the floor. We're gonna drop your right knee on the floor. We're gonna take your right hand to the middle of the mat. We're gonna kickstand the right foot back and come up. We've been here today. This is a gorgeous posture, a variation on gait. You can always play around by lifting. You are welcome to stay right there. Your other option, if you feel like it, is to slide the right leg under and come up into that full side facing plank. It really is your choice. They're both beautiful postures. One more breath here. Hands down to the mat. Please go back through your flow of choice. Perhaps a chaturanga, perhaps a plank. Perhaps you're ready for child's pose. All right, I'm flipping sides only so I can do the left side. From down dog or tabletop, drop your left knee down to the floor, bringing your left hand to the middle of the mat. Kickstand the left foot back, and then lift the right side. So we're on the other side, that's all we did. Maybe you wanna stay right here and lift. Maybe you wanna slide the left foot under. They're all good choices. Let's do one more breath here. Hands down to the mat, friends. Hands down to the mat, step back. Downward facing dog or chaturanga, or maybe you're ready for a child's pose. Please look at the spot between your hands. From down dog or tabletop, bring your right foot all the way to your hands. Bring your right foot all the way to your hands. Turn the back foot, catty corner. Walk up with the front knee bent. There's your warrior one. There's your warrior one. Hands can come to your heart center. Breathing here. Think about how long we're going to make the spine. So the energy just flows up and down our spine. We have movement. There's no kinks. Lengthen the spine as we hinge forward. Keeping the front knee bent, humble warrior. One more breath. Pull up on your pelvic floor. Pull up on Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha right there at the core. Coming back up. Taking the arms over your head for just a little heat. We're going to pull the hands down into those cactus arms, the goalpost arms. Inhaling up. Exhaling, drawing down. Just a little heat. Keeping us moving. Warrior one. Two more breaths here. Two more breaths here. Bringing the hands into those cactus arms. Just turn yourself to the side. Warrior two. Sinking into the front leg. Looking into your right hand. Looking into forever. As we exhale, sinking a little more deeply in those hips. Inhale, reverse triangle, up and over. So straight leg. Exhale, sinking, flowing, just enjoying that movement. One more breath here. We'll meet up. In warrior two, sinking into that front leg. Both sides of the body are long. Inhaling, lengthening, up and over. Reverse or exalted warrior. So going towards your back leg, your left leg, if you're with me, otherwise just your back leg. Inhale, back to warrior two. Sink your weight into that front leg. Step the left foot forward. I'm going to turn around so you can see that they're about hip width apart. Hands can be here, just crisscross. That's what I'm going to do. You could do reverse namaste. Some folks like this really long chest expansion, and they're all great options. Just pick one. Hinging forward. So now you've got this L shape with the front leg and the torso. L shape. Here, ever so gently, one more breath. Shift your weight into the front leg, your right leg, and lift the left foot off the floor into your warrior three. So the back leg, the leg that's lifted, it's going to make a big wide step. All right, it's going to make a big wide step. We're going to turn both legs forward. Both feet forward, hands on your hips, wide leg forward, fold, hinging at the hips. Hinge, 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 and then drop the hands down. Let your big old heavy noggin flow towards the floor. And for once, let your heart rule above the head. Both important, both very important, but for once, just listen to the heart. Walking your hands over to the right side, all right? Walk your hands over to the right side and just enjoy that twist. Some of you are going to want to take your right hand up and make this a little deeper twist. Some of you are going to hang out here with me. So your knee is a hinge joint, and we're going to lean into it. So we've got to turn the heels in towards the midline of the body. So now the toes are to the outside of the mat, and the heels are towards the inside, and we're going to lean towards the right side, bending that knee. Take the hands down to the mat, helicopter bend back, step back into down dog, Your flow of choice, chaturanga, or maybe you're ready for a child's pose. We'll do that same thing on the left side, so it'll feel familiar to us. It'll feel familiar, so beautiful. Left foot steps between the hands. Right foot turns catty corner. Left knee stays bent. Bringing our hands into our heart center for warrior one. Releasing the jaw. Pick up your toes and set them down on the mat one at a time. Feel the arch lift. Hinging forward, ah. Humble warrior, crown of the head, moving out into eternity. Pulling up strongly on the abdominal wall, inhaling, up we go. Arms meet up in that steeple. Exhale, drawing the elbows down. Inhaling, up we go. Exhaling, drawing them down. Flowing up your own breath. Noticing that the front knee stays bent. Your face is relaxed. Meeting up with the arms in those goalpost arms, opening the heart, and turning into your warrior two. Adjusting if you need. All right, good. Oh, my head's gone, guys. My head is gone. I just noticed. All right. Exhale, sink into the front knee. Inhale, straightening the front knee, your left leg up and over to reverse triangle. Exhaling, sinking. Inhaling, lengthening. Just continue to follow your breath. You don't need to be with me. You don't need to be with the person. Well, I was going to say the person next to you, but virtually next to you. How about we go ahead and meet up there. Meet up there in warrior two. Okay, meet up in warrior two, sinking just a little more deeply. Front knee is bent. Sorry, I keep moving that. Trying to find a good spot. Up and over. Inhale and over. Reversed warrior. Inhaling. Inhaling. Sink your weight into your left leg, all right? Step the back foot in. So our warrior series is based on a warrior story, and he focuses, he stays the course. Pyramid, hands behind you, crisscrossed, hinging forward, heart is open. As to your comfort, all right? So if it's not comfortable, you don't need to, but we'll shift the weight into the left leg, lifting the right leg behind us in our warrior three. Yeah, there it is, beautiful, so beautiful. Hips are low. So a giant step behind you, turning both feet towards the center, hands on your hip, wide leg, forward fold, hinging down, let your big old noggin pull you down to the floor. Walking your hands over towards your left leg today. Did the right, so the other side, all right? Go to the other side. Oh, there's a beautiful twist. Perhaps the top arm comes up. Perhaps you stay with me with the hands down on the floor. Up to you. And again, any tension that you've been carrying, let's let it wring itself out. Bring the hands back to the center so that we can turn the heels towards the midline of the body. Remember, our knee is a hinge joint, so we gotta move with the direction. Heels towards the midline of the body, toes turned out, and then lean towards your left side. Lean towards your left side. Inhaling, walking back to the center. We're going to just walk our heel toe into the center until we are in our forward fold. And then we'll circle sweep up and roll vertebrae by vertebrae as slow as you possibly can into our Tadasana. As slow as you can, letting there get some space in between each of those bones. Giving the disc a little bit of breathing room. Please plant your weight into your right leg, lengthening the entire side of the body, and then just bring your left leg towards it. I'm on carpet, that makes a difference. So maybe you're coming up higher. Maybe you're almost doing a two-footed. I might be tonight. Maybe the arms, and you can't see this, but over your head. Closer, okay, in that steeple. When it's not fun anymore, let's meet back up in Tadasana. When it's not fun, let's meet back up in Tadasana. One more breath here, opening the heart, resetting any brain, any thoughts that need to go. Sink your weight into your left foot. Draw the right leg up in your tree of choice today. May the arms go up over your head. When you're ready, join me back in Tadasana when it's not fun anymore. So at the beginning of class, we did that seated chair, and the arms go out front. It's a little bit lower, okay? This time for Utkatasana, if it feels good, we're gonna take the arms up, fierce posture, and it's a little bit bigger, and arms go over. And again, you always have the choice of the shorter lever. We're gonna stay here for about 5 breaths. So just enjoying this movement. We're heading towards the floor. As you're ready, I'd like for you to join me back on the floor, seated. Hopefully you'll be able to see my face now. Back into a seated position. We'll take the insides of the feet together. Bound angle, Baddha Konasana. So you can stop anywhere along the way as we go through these hip openers. Sometimes it's your knee that won't let you go any further, even if your hips would. We're going to extend the left leg long, dropping the right foot over the ankle. That half pigeon, this might be plenty. Maybe you want to draw the knee up. Maybe you want to curl it around and come to rock the baby. They're great choices, all 3 of them. Pick one that feels good. We're going to be there about 3 to 5 more breaths. Meeting back up in bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Insides the feet together and let the hips drop open. Undoubtedly, one leg feels a little different than the other. Extending your right leg long. Take your left ankle over. Absolutely fine to stay right here in half pigeon. Maybe lifting up. Maybe coming to rock the baby. They're great choices. They're all good choices. Pick one that feels kind of nice. Beautiful. Dropping that down to bound angle. Going to extend our right leg long for half, or for Lord of the Fishes, extending the right leg long, bringing the left knee up. Fine to stay here. Maybe you want to cross the left knee over and bring the right knee around. Sitting bones are down. You can do it with legs fully extended as well. Inhale, lengthen. Move towards the bent knee. So move towards your left knee. Maybe the right arm comes in between the body. Maybe it does not. Inhaling, untangling yourself. Move into this open spot for Turkish twist, just the counter twist. Inhaling, coming back center, untangling yourself. Setting up for the other side. Maybe the left leg is long and the right knee is bent. Maybe you're all the way over. Inhaling, lengthening, turning into that body, turning in. Inhaling, untangling yourself, opening into the open spot, Turkish twist. Inhaling, untangling yourself. Taking both feet out in front of you. We'll take your hands one hand length behind you. Sorry, guys. One hand length behind you and lift. Maybe arms come up in your boat. Navamsana. So Navamsana, all about that yellow chakra, your third chakra, your chakra of will. Dropping the feet down. Now we'll unfurl ourselves, coming all the way down onto the floor. Once again, opening the heart, putting the heart above will as well. So shoulder blades back and down, knees are bent, lifting the hips, letting the shoulders roll towards the outside. Maybe they come underneath your hips and clasp. Maybe they don't. This is fine, guys. We're just about there. The only reason we're doing this next part is just to give us a little bit more room as we come down. So lift the heels off the floor and then drop each vertebrae down, okay? Drop each one down, one at a time, having that sensation of unfurling. Take your arms out to the side, please. Take your right ankle over your left knee, sort of like you were sitting in a chair, right? Right ankle over your left knee. And as we exhale, drop both knees over to the right side. Inhaling, coming back, center. Oh, that feels good. Untangle yourself, take your right ankle off, and then take your left ankle over your right knee, sort of like you were cross-legged. And then sinking both knees over to the left side, sinking your knees over to the left side. Untangle yourself and please set yourself up for Shavasana, final relaxation. So for most folks, it's just with the feet as wide as the mat and the palms turned up, sort of that classic corpse pose. But some folks like their knees bent or a pillow underneath their head. I will talk for a few minutes and then it'll be quiet. So breathe in and notice yourself. The lungs expanding. Notice the sensation of the mat on your back. Notice your face relaxing and your shoulders releasing. Notice your fingers unfurling and your palms relaxing. Notice your lower back sinking towards the floor and your heart opening. And as you breathe in and out, releasing and relaxing. Releasing the tight grip with which you hold your life, releasing the tight grip with which you hold your body. Trusting that in this sense of peace and relaxation, you are safe, you are capable, you are loved, and you are relaxed and peaceful. And just continue to breathe into your body. Whenever your thoughts start to fly around, just pull them back to the sensation of your amazing body and your open heart, breathing in and breathing out. So you are in your own homes, in your own places. So if you just want to stay in final relaxation, you certainly can. For those of us who have other things that we will be doing or seeing today, and we're ready to end our practice, we'll wiggle our fingers and our toes, and we'll roll over onto our right side. And then we'll push ourselves up to a seated position, meeting up back in easy posture, just crisscross. Shoulder blades back and down, hands to your heart center. Especially in this time where things are a little uncertain, we offer our practices that all beings everywhere gain merit, health, and joy from what we do here today. Namaste.